But would you want
that's a threat that's a huge threat to an ad agency, because you've got someone doing on YouTube that's frankly more entertaining than anything that they could make.
But it's not a threat to an advertising agency though, is it? Because actually Google have probably just created more opportunities for you to express what you do on behalf of your client in different ways. So actually it's a different business model, but like everything else, it gets incorporated into the way that business works.
Maybe, but I mean, WPP, who I work for, are on record as saying that the biggest frenemy, or friend who's an enemy in the world of the networked world, to us is Google. So I mean, it's a huge threat.
Why though? Why are they?
Because they go direct to clients and they speak to them and they say, why don't you not put your $20 million ad budget next year into us and into WPP and do creative work? Why don't you go straight to us and we'll do targeted searches, we'll do targeted advertising to people who are searching for things that are relevant to you, and they'll do the deal without us.
But as a creative, would you want to work with Google or not?
No.
Because of what you said earlier?
Well, I just don't think there's much creativity in AdWords.
But there's creativity in Google Earth and SketchUp.
Yes, I'm sure. In that.
But I'm sort of coming back to you with a bit pointedly because of earlier. I think personally, I'd love that. I thought you're my target. I know you're going to have a go at me later, so I'll get one in quick. I'd love to work with Google, because imagine the creative conversation you could have in the cracks with Google. I mean, I don't know, that's a separate subject, but I think the thing about Google is they fundamentally don't, well, my view is that they don't, I don't think Google are interested in people and people's creative output. They're interested in designing systems that they can then replicate. So I think, and that's the model they've applied to advertising and to search and to everything else. So I think while they're in the phase of making up new business ideas, which I think is a relatively short phase for them, they might be fun to work with, but beyond that, I think I don't think they are interested in the output of individuals and creative output of individuals. So what to service them as a client, as an agency?
I just think that's anyway.
I'm going to put my hand up for something else in the arena of the public arena, really, and that is this thing called the quirk. And I think if somebody outside here, perhaps not so much today, but I don't know, but were to dress up as a Father Christmas and walk down the street tonight before we came in here, we'd all remember that somebody. Yeah. We met Father Christmas this evening, wouldn't we?
That's visual, yeah.
Yeah, so it's visual, but it's also the act of the person doing it and thinking, Jesus Christ, I've met Father Christmas. I think the quirk in the public arena, in the communication world, is terribly important. Yeah. And I think, God bless them, Google, multi-million whatnots, but, and they will deliver whatever they're going to deliver, and it will be whatever. But I think the business of, as it were, promotion, let's not call it advertising, branding and design, but this world of, hello darling, how are you? That's what it's about, isn't it? Welcome, I love you. It's not about these slots. You're nice, I'm nice. I like you, I like your hair. That's what it's about.
Sweet.
And so therefore, the way we say it publicly, doesn't matter whether it's design called or branding called or whatever called, it is the way we say it. It's really very, very fundamental. It's very, very fundamental. It's more than the old chap outside with his red coat on. It's much more than that. It's much more about engagement, and it's much more about saying, I know. And advertising at its best, and its very, very best, is about that funny old thing of engagement. And whether we're doing design, I work with these people, and they do, we are wonderful designers. I'm a wonderful typographer. Bollocks. They're not wonderful typographers. Typography in itself, of itself, is what it is. It's fairly crass, if not totally crass. It only gets good when it says, you're nice. Oh, I'm right. So therefore, when I've got a product to sell and get a brochure, it says, I'm nice. And I like to see, it engages me, the viewer, to see that thing. I like it, I'll buy it. So I think that in the world we live in, it's about the ancient thing of saying, I'm your friend. Believe me, I love you, trust me. And I think that's where we go from. Actually.
Now we've got 1 minute left before we turn over for questions, and I'd just like to throw one question at the panel. If we take on board all of this, can someone or some bodies describe to me what they think the future creative agency needs to look like in this new world? Martin, what is it?
Able to think and do.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say like an art school. I'd say like the traditional art school. That would be fabulous, in my view.
Tim?
I think some sort of bullshit detector in there somewhere would be really good in terms of working with clients. So if you're trying to get to real truth or whatever it is that's going on with their business, some kind of self-confidence to challenge the people that you're working with, and an open-minded spirit so that true collaboration takes place, rather than collaboration being some sort of slogan that you stick on your website.
Yeah. Matt, what do you think?
I kind of agree with the sort of, I wouldn't say art school, but engineering college. I think, but just generally kind of like more collegiate, more like the thing I wrote down when I was looking at these questions was like more like a kind of gym for the brains and hands of the people who work there. Because those people will flow through it into the places that, either into their own companies or into other companies, wherever it is, if there are companies even, and just kind of that more collegiate kind of collaborating across borders of kind of companies to kind of deal with the complexity that's kind of already here. You know, again, I sort of come back to kind of the culture and creativity and collaboration that there is in the software community, because that's what I know. And you know, you guys have a lot of very respected people here who contribute to communities and put out as much as they sort of take in from them, and I think more of that, please, because that'll be fun.
That's very much where my head's at.
Last word from you.
No, last word from me, that's good, isn't it, after all that? Fortunately, no, Geoff, no.
I want to just say one thing. Does anybody know about
Pants, you've done cracks, you've done... Yeah. Go on.
does anybody know about the Habakkuk project? The Habakkuk project. Well, it was a project in the Second World War, because they were right up against it. They didn't have enough steel to make ships. That was one thing they didn't have. And so the Habakkuk project was about making ships made of ice. Because this nutty scientist said, ice is actually stronger than steel. We've got plenty of ice up in the North Pole. Why don't we make some ships out of it? And so they tried it. And I thought that was quite good. To me, that's the nuttiness that we should all bring to our to the situation. Which is a bit of your science.
Well, I think part of a creative agency is kind of the other thing I wrote down where you were talking about kind of feet coming off the ground and the quirk and all the rest of it. Kurt Vonnegut sort of said, for any change to happen in the world, you need 3 types of people. You need type A, which is the madman or mad woman who has the ice ship idea. You need type B, who's the person of sound mind and experience who will vouch for type A. And you have type C, who communicates what type A and type B have come up with, and that's how you get change. And I think if you have enough of those in the creative agency, then you'll probably be all right.